RPN, Radio Philippines Network Incorporated, DXKO. 13 utso sa dial sa inyong radyo. RPN DXKO, ang radyo ronda dini sa Latayan sa Cagayan de Oro. Sibiyahan na may galaon sa katawan, andang na serbisyo sa kanan. Ang RPN DXKO Radyo Ronda sakop sa KBP, kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas.
Are you a Filipino living in Middle East, Europe, Asia and the Pacific, USA or Canada? You are our story. You are our Filipinos World. The Filipinos World Saturday every 4 to 5 p.m. only here on RPN DXKO 1368 Teleradio. Hosted.
Kayo ba ang mga Maria Clara, mga puli at mga sisa, na di marunong
Broadcasting live here in Cagayan de Oro City, Philippines, powered by RPN DXKO Teleradio. We are also live streaming in Facebook via facebook.com/RPN Cagayan de Oro 1368. The Filipinos World would like to extend its condolences to the family of Dacera for the death of Christine Dacera. Okay, January 9, 2021, and together with me, a special guest co-host, Malu Kainian.
Good afternoon. My name is Malu and I will be your guest co-host here at the Filipinos World. Today our episode will discuss about women, the pillars and backbone of our society. And later we will be joined by no less than the chairperson of the Philippine Commission on Women live in Manila, Philippines, Miss Sandy Sanchez-Montano.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Malu. In the meantime, let us have the Filipinos World 1-minute news with the current events and news. From Channel News Asia, Trump acknowledges Biden victory a day after U.S. Capitol chaos, pledges smooth transition of power. And also from the Channel News Asia, Facebook bans Trump through Biden inauguration, maybe longer. I'm from Inquirer.net. The Filipino nurse Charito Romano awarded by the British Empire Medal for outstanding work during COVID-19 pandemic. And from the Times, a Saudi diplomat has been ordered to pay compensation to Sherilyn Reyes, trafficked to work as servant in the UK. And that's the Filipino news, and it's brought to you by Volga Dubai. We will be right back.
Ang aming pagbabalsa, malaking tulong sa akin. Una-una, 20 pesos lang, 15 pesos, hanggang sa umipod na 1 kilong bigas na natutuwa kami sa amin noon samahan. Ako po si Marilyn Monserrat, mula Pandinlik, San Pablo, Laguna. Umpisa po kami mga 7 o 8 kaming mga kababaihan na nagbabalsa. Bago po yung balsang ito, ang ginagawa po naman namin yung nagtitinda po kami ng isda. Tapos ako naman po, number 1 po ang trabaho ko, labada. Ang balsa po namin year 2007, nakagawa na po kami ng isang balsa. Tapos sunod-sunod na po yung gawa namin, inumpisahan namin na may ano na kami, may bisita nga 2, 3, hanggang sa paliman, dumami na po. Dahil sa trabaho namin dito, natutustusan ang pangangailangan po ng aming pamilya. Pinapaaral ko ang anak ko. Tsaka kahit nakaunti, naabot ko ang aking pangarap. Masaya po ako ngayon, lalo na po pag ano ng aking anak na bunso, makapagtapos ng pag-aral. Ako'y natutuwa na po na hindi ko siguro kumbaga hindi mabayaran ng pera ang saya.
Once I woke up in a hidden place. Paradise unlike anything I had ever seen. And not the kind from fantasy, but one you could really sink your toes into. I walked beaches few had ever walked before, while the waves whispered their secrets. This place was my buried treasure. And even though I couldn't stay forever, the story of the islands never leaves me.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore. And I know too much to go back and pretend. 'Cause I've heard it all before, and I've been down there on the floor, and no one's ever gonna keep me down again. Oh yes, I am wise, but it's wisdom on pain. Yes, I pay the price, but look how much I gain. If I had to, I can do anything. I am strong, strong. I am invincible, invincible. I am woman.
Welcome back, and you're still watching us live here in the Filipinos World. I am a woman. I am invincible. I am strong. That was from the movie I Am Woman. So what it is being a woman? How does society perceive women in general? Their roles, their participation in society.
According to Sira Ulul of India, and I quote, the basic component of a society is a woman. As a woman makes a family, and family makes a home, and homes makes a society. Wow. And we should also remember that the current society will never come into existence without the valuable contributions from women.
And he also further stressed a good, healthy society doesn't ultimately emerge on its own and stand firm. It requires strong hand of women from the beginning. It is the woman who teaches you, who teaches us. Women are the main contributors in building a strong society. Many people believe that women should be confined within the four walls of the house, but it is wrong. Women are the pillars of society, and even though it seems impossible, they do their best to do all, to do the hat dance, and do whatever is necessary to move forward. And in the Filipinos world, we certainly believe the ability of every woman, empowered as they are, with the absolute best thing, do not just do for the family, but also in the society. Right here in the afternoon, live from Manila, the first female woman who was awarded an Asian Business Investment Summit in year 2014 in Myanmar, and one of the 100 most influential Filipino women in the world year 2016, and the current chairperson of the Philippine Commission of Women, Miss Sandy Sanchez-Montano. Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon to the Filipinos World. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. And to our lovely host this afternoon, good afternoon from Cagayan de Oro. I'm broadcasting live here in Shambhala, Silang Cavite. As you can see, my background is a living museum, okay?
That's so nice.
It's a very nice place owned by a very empowered woman, Ninang Risa Matarimuyot, who's celebrating her birthday right now.
Wow, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Ninang Risa. Yeah. I hope we could invite you here some of these days. And we have here also the mayor of Silang Cavite, Mayor Poblete. Yan. At saka aming good friend, si Dr. Joseph Tio. Kumpleto po kami ngayon dito, supporting me for the Filipinos World broadcast.
Oh, thank you so much, Ma'am Sandy. And please extend our happy birthday. And Zambales is one of the nicest places here in our country. And thanks for letting us know that you are there, safe and sound. What is the activity at the moment? Is there any festival?
Yeah, we're planning to have the International Women's Month for the Cavite LGUs here in Shambhala Living Museum in Silang Cavite. Wherein you can see the artifacts, the modern artworks, the ostrich, the kublaano. The museum is full of history.
Wow.
That's why the first time I was here, I was so in love with the place, and it's like a homecoming of the indigenous materials that we can only see in the books, but it's here. That's why it's called Living Museum. I would like also to say thank you and hi to Ms. Levi Calma from our staff in PCW who is supporting us this afternoon's event.
And of course, your cousin, Owen Sanchez is watching right now from Dubai. Hi, Owen. Thank you. She's very supportive of you. Okay, let me put this straight.
My ever gorgeous cousin.
Yes, she is.
Yan, sabi ko nga, kung mayroong napaka-empowered woman na nandiyan ngayon sa Dubai, embracing all the challenges of this pandemic, siya yun. Cass, I love you.
Yeah, she is. And together with me is Miss Malu Caiña joining as our guest co-host here in the Filipinos World. Okay, let me ask you with this question. You are the first Filipino woman to receive the Asian Woman Leader Award through your advocacies in Cheers, and maybe you can discuss further on what Cheers is doing as an NGO. What does it mean to you as a Filipino woman, and has it empowered your role as the new chairperson of the Philippine Commission on Women, being one of the pillars and backbones of the society, giving your role not just as a mother or a woman in general?
Yes, when I checked on the guide questions, when I was awarded as the first Asian Woman Leader, it was held in Myanmar 2014. That was practically 6 years ago. I didn't even expect that I will be the one awarded. Kasi ang host noon is si Rico Hison, who's now in CNN Philippines. Ang mga kasabayan ko kasi, they're all like old as my mother, mga parang lola ko na kasama. Kaya sabi ko tuloy, siguro sila na yung bibigyan ng award kasi di ba parang this is a prestigious award-giving body from ASEAN, and then first Asian Woman Leader. So sabi ko, bata pa naman ako, siguro may chance pa ako in the next few years in case. Ito na, tinawag niya yung 10 country woman leader who won from their country. So I'm representing Philippines. When they show the works that we've done, Vietnam, Singapore, and so on and so forth, and Philippines, parang ako yata yung kakaiba because the reason why I won this Asian Woman Leader is because of my resiliency when I survived that shattering earthquake that happened 30 years ago in Baguio City, wherein around 1,600 people perished of that earthquake, and I was given a second life. So what ignited my resolve is to set up a foundation we call Cheers. Right. It's Community Health Education Emergency Rescue Services. And then during the time that Rico is calling the third runner-up, second runner-up, first runner-up. So, ilan pa kami, halos 6 pa kami or 7 pa kami natira doon sa baba. Sabi ko gano'n, siguro wala na akong chance. So, I went to the restroom and then suddenly, there's this, yung mga staff na parang, you have to go back because they're awarding already the first Asian woman leader. So, sabi ko, sige, inassist ko pa yung kasama ko na medyo maedad na. Sabi ko, I would like to congratulate you in advance. You have a very nice project because she's an educator at talaga pupunta siya sa mga liblib na lugar. Anyway, so noong binabasa ni Rico Quezon yung note niya, nakatingin siya sa akin. So, sabi ko, ano kaya ito? So, when sabi niya ganun is that I will not announce who's the winner, but please watch the AVP. The AVP was a gift made by Net25 because nung nanalo po ako dito sa Pilipinas sa New World Hotel, ang chairman noon ng award committee is si Manny Pangilinan. Ang mga kasama kong finalists is si Dr. Vicky Bello, si Miss Maylene Abiva. So sabi niya, I don't know who you are. I don't know your background. So maybe we can do an AVP of your life story for like 3 to 5 minutes. So yun ang nangyari. And then, noong in-award nila ako dito sa Philippines, I was really crying. Like, I don't even expect to win that award. And then, noon sa region na, noon na sa Myanmar na, I won the first Asian woman leader. I hold back my tears. So the whole Philippine delegation was really so happy. Talagang kami nila Esther Santos, yung mga other Asian Business Advisory Council Board. And then I went there smiling. And then para bang I have arrived. I know that I will make a difference in this time of pandemic and disaster and calamity. And then during the time that there was this press conference, they asked me, okay, so what industry you're in? Are you into skincare, beauty care, lingerie, whitening? Di ba kasi parang so typical yung babae na ganun ang negosyo. Sabi ko, no. Sabi ko, I'm into disaster preparedness, resiliency, and response. And then sabi nila, oh, it's not sexy, it's not demure. Yes, kaya yon. So that's it. Ganun nang nag-start ang history ng aking buhay. And at the same time, doon nag-start yung passion ko to educate people how to save lives. Because in ASEAN, in Asia Pacific region, we are in the ring of fire, we are in a typhoon belt. And we know for a fact, especially in the Philippines, this last year lang we are bombarded with different calamities, and then we have the worldwide pandemic. So right. So that is the history of how I've started in ASEAN. And then I would like to share to you also how it empowered me or prepared me to be to assume my role as the chairperson right now.
Right.
I could consider that, this is a God's will siguro, mga fellow women pong magagandang host. Because my appointment came wherein we're facing a worldwide health crisis. My background, my profession, I'm a nurse by profession. So, and then, ako kasi yung kahit na sabihin mag-quarantine, kahit na sabihin sigurong mag-lockdown, parang kinikiliti yung pa ako to go out at to check kung ano yung pwede kong gawin. And then, doon ko nakita yung resiliency ko as a person, and at the same time, siguro I'm so fearless enough that because I survived a very big calamity in my whole life, I was under the rubble. I was pronounced dead. So sabi ko parang itong COVID na to, talagang ayusin ko lang yung health protocols. I undergo like 9 swab tests already, and thanks God, it's all negative. That's why I'm so, this 2021, I think we are more ready and prepared. And then, how can we, yung being a pillar and backbone of the society, I could say that there is 5 ascending nature of woman. Kasi di ba sa ating anatomy and physiology sa developmental stage ng isang tao, yung babae, kakaiba ang pagkakagawa sa atin. Number one is the whole self of a woman. The woman as a whole being, we are not perfect. Alam natin yon, di ba? To complete and achieve life purpose, the choices, we have the right to choose. Minsan, may mga bagay tayo na sabi natin parang mali yung choice ko ng napangasawa, mali yung choice ko ng friends, di ba? Kaya nga minsan we end up parang hindi nagkatuluyan or kaya nag-divorce or nag-anal. But whatever the circumstances that we are in, a woman as a whole being with full potentials to be envisioned for herself. Kahit na sabihin mong separated ka or single mother ka or annulled or whatever, you yourself is a whole being. And a woman is a pillar of a home. So sa ating mga mothers, regardless of your role, the woman is a pillar of a home to build the very foundation, that basic unit of that society. Kaya nga minsan, di ba sinasabi natin, we just hope that someday, somehow, wala nang mag-abroad para yung pamilya buo. Nandun yung nanay para i-guide yung developmental stage, yung paglaki ng kanyang mga anak. And then, she will uphold the rights of every person, membro ng kanyang pamilya in that home, and asserts love and peace as she co-creates that home with the dynamic members. Kumpletong-kumpleto kasi kung nandun yung nanay. May nanay ka na, may ate ka pa, may asawa ka pa, di ba? And then, number 3, sa ascending womanhood is woman as a leader in a community of her choice. So when we talk about community, we choose to belong in a community where a social nature evolves to achieve greater purpose than herself.
Alright.
Ito na yung ang bilis mong di ba, pag sinabi, magtayo tayo ng cooperative natin. Magtayo tayo ng ating parang society or glee club. Andiyan kaagad yung babae, di ba? Yes. Yung mga pinapautang sa MSME, parang ang bilis na pagtiwalaan ng babae because we are part of a community we choose. And then, women as a nation builder, I could say that we are a global citizen, especially the Filipino woman, with local roots on her national identity and pride. Ito masasabi ko, nung nag-work ako as a nurse sa ibang bansa, medyo na-feel ko na ang nurses pala ay best for Filipinos choice of the world. Meron tayong kakaibang tender loving care ng mga Filipina nurses na yun ang nagugustuhan ng ating mga foreign hospitals and mga patients, kaya sila mabilis daw gumaling. Kaya minsan yung ating mga nurses, caregivers, napapamanahan ng mga milyon-milyon na ari-arian.
Right.
Because of that character that we have. And last, of course, is the woman as a steward to humanity. When we talk about maternal nature, we're talking about the connectivity of humanity and the mother. Right. Which has a nurturing purpose and the sphere of external environment which we create. Diba parang ang nanay kasi, ang babae, pag na-nurture natin, pag na-kumpleto mo yung developmental stage, talagang nagiging asset siya ng ating society, ng ating government. So yun. I'm just so privileged that during the time that this pandemic is happening, I was given a chance and an opportunity, at the same time responsibility, to chair the Philippine Commission on Women, which we could see that we know that it is one of the most vulnerable part of the society, the women and girls. Kaya tayo po ay natutuwa sa manpower behind ng PCW, wherein we were able to make a lot of policy, guideline, at saka mga collaboration para mas maibsan at maging productive at ma-co-create ang productivity at saka yung empowerment ng gender equality and women empowerment.
Right. Okay. Mom Sandy, is it all right? Would there be a lot of people behind you? It seems like we can hear some noise, or you are in a quiet place.
Yes, for a while.
That's the thing when you are in live. You
Yeah.
cannot control
No
situations.
censorship. That is part
Okay.
of the
She was,
reality.
Malu, she was talking a lot of things. She survived from earthquakes, and then she had this organization called Cheers, in empowering women and helping women with regards to rescuing that resilience, that strength in her.
And I really admire the focus of her advocacy, which is disaster preparedness,
Right.
especially
Exactly.
in women. That is very important. So we're so lucky to have you with us. I hope you have future plans in enriching the lives of women, especially the young girls, in terms of disaster.
That's right. Okay, Mom Sandy, we will just pause for a break. When we come back, let's talk about domestic violence, especially this COVID-19, and how society still look into a very subdued a situation with regards to patriarchal structure, and of course, with the current situation about had it been a rape or something. But we will not discuss further of the legalities, but just a passing on it. We will be right back.
All right.
Welcome back.
Bitch, here I come.
Vloggers, jet setters, wanderlusters, we've missed you. This is the new normal of traveling, a privilege to be at your service.
Ayan na yung service!
Please board the shuttle in an orderly fashion while we show our unparalleled hospitality.
Ooh, hand sanitizer, clean, clean, clean. Thank you.
Sign up and reserve seats online. We want to know who you've been rubbing elbows with.
Excuse me, sir. Bawal po dyan. PDA naman tayo.
Anong PDA?
PDA, physical distancing always. Please sit on designated seats only, sanitized and reserved especially for you.
Okay, alis na po tayo. Thank you.
Uy, wait lang. Uy, excuse me. Ako muna.
Ano?
Maganda ang taste mo, ha? Pero nag-safety protocols ka na ba?
Oo, ikaw.
Oo, hand sanitizer,
Yes, anong temp mo?
36.3.
36.1. Ano?
Online reservation.
Anong reservation? Bus lang to, no?
Di mo ba narinig si ate narrator? Reserve seats online para may contact tracing.
Come on guys, G na tayo.
Travel safe, Pinas! Mabuhay!
Pag naglalakbay.
Have a safe trip, Pinas!
Today, I woke up where a bustling city sits in nature's splendor. Where a king stands proud and tall. You can really say, sky's the limit. And for every not too far off wonder, every feast to remember, or tranquil escape, it's always magical.
see a room full of business leaders and surgeons and barristers. I see women who are going to win elections and science competitions and arts awards.
Do not be afraid to fail.
We can do anything.
If I had worried about who liked me and who thought I was cute when I was your age, I wouldn't be married to the President of the United States.
I'm here fighting for women's rights and for women's equality.
It is not about the leader. The power of our democracy is in us.
Any little girl who's practicing her speech on the telly, you never know.
We have our voices, and we are not going anywhere.
Now let's go get it done.
Welcome back, and you're still watching us live here in the Filipinos World. Mother, you want to greet somebody?
Yes, thank you, Agnes. I would like to greet the empowered women in my life. Of course, my blood sisters, Mary Flor in Davao, Josefa in Bukidnon, Rosalinda in Dubai, and of course, to all my sisterettes and classmates who are watching us right now. Thank you for watching, and may you have a safe weekend ahead.
Okay, as we move on, we still have with us here live in the Filipinos World, the chairperson of the Philippine Commission on Women, Miss Sandy Sanchez-Montano. Hi, Ma'am Sandy, are you still around?
Yeah, hi.
Okay.
Hi, good afternoon, Miss Agnes and Miss Malu. I'm still here. Yeah.
Okay, so I left a hanging question before we pause for a break. There are still a greater percent by which, Filipino women are still subdued to within the patriarchal society. And I may quote, I put in a situation, the COVID-19, a lot of domestic violence, not just victims that are women, but also girls. And this because they are afraid the father, the uncle, and whoever is within the household or may dominate or control not the psyche and the emotional well-being of the women. What's PCW's PCW stand on this and campaign?
Yeah, thank you for the question, Miss Agnes. Actually, PCW was created to be the primary policy-making and oversight agency which will successfully influence the developmental efforts towards the gender equality and women empowerment of all women and girls. So the welfare and protection of women are our primary mandate, and we work on policy guidance to government agency to address the gaps, to help the agency strengthen their gender mainstreaming in their programs of victims of gender-based violence, and we remind agencies of their mandate under the Magna Carta of Women. We also aim to transform gender norms that hamper women from achieving their full potential or from seeking help when they fall victims to violence or abuse. So, layunin po ng Philippine Commission on Women na gawing gender responsive ang lahat ng ahensya natin sa gobyerno, lalo na patungkol sa mga serbisyo at programa para sa mga vulnerable at marginalized na membro ng ating society, especially ng women and girls. At patungkol naman po sa ating nangyaring lockdown na may mga cases po tayo na talagang masasabi natin na initially we thought that the violence against women will rise, the cases during the implementation of the community quarantine measures kasi syempre lockdown, di ba? Especially because the victims are confined in their homes with the perpetrators. But according to the data provided by the Philippine National Police, there is a decrease in the number of gender-related violence cases reported nationwide, particularly during the implementation of the community quarantine measures to control the spread of the COVID-19. Sa tala po ng ating Philippine National Police, nakapagtala po sila ng 33% sa pagbaba ng gender-based violence. Before and during the first 3 months of the quarantine. Before po, it's around 3,775. After 3 months of the lockdown, lumiit po siya ng 2,511. Also, there was a significant drop ng gender-based violence report cases during the quarantine period from March to December of 2020 compared March-December of 2019. So the sexual harassment po ang nakapagtala ng malaking pagbaba ng kaso, 62%, followed by human trafficking violence against women both recorded a 40% decrease. Ang rape cases po naman natin ay bumaba naman ng 32%, acts of lasciviousness po ay bumaba naman ng 29%. However, syempre, magtataka po yung iba, sabi nga nila, pero bakit mas madami ang mga nabuntis, nagkaroon ng problema? Okay, the PNP data may not be reflective of the actual prevalence rate. At may mga the decrease in the reported cases may be attributed to the following. So, sabi nga po natin, kaya siguro bumaba yung mga data na nailagay, it's because of restricted movements in the community. We know for a fact that during the lockdown quarantine, we don't have public transportation. So public transportation was suspended. So chances are, if the victim would go to the police precinct or the barangay, they don't have the public transportation way to go there. So inisip siguro nila na kesa naman pumunta ako o kaya mahuli pa ako ng mga nagpapatupad ng quarantine, lalo na wala naman silang quarantine pass, I'd rather stay at home na lang. So yun yung mga cases, okay, and attributes, okay. Victims being monitored by perpetrators, diba? They are locked in 24/7 sa bahay. So wala silang chance na makapagsumbong. So kasi namo-monitor sila ng kanilang mga perpetrators. And then lack of online communication channels. They don't have a way, maybe they don't have already the load or the chance to buy or to connect online para magsumbong. And then lack of information on where and how to report. So during that time, yun yung mga tipong hindi nila alam saan sila tatakbo kasi there were cases na during the first few weeks or months of lockdown, hindi pa talaga ready ang ating mga komunidad, ang helpdesk para receive ng mga sumbong, okay, on that. And the fear of victim to report due to the possible repercussions, because the perpetrators would say that yung pagbabanta, di ba? Pagbabantaan siya, kung ano sasabihin sa kanya, so matatakot na lang siya. So in line with this, the PCW, ito po yung ginawa naman nating aksyon, okay, the PCW together with the Department of Health, Department of Interior and local governments.
She's, I think her line was cut.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you there? Still
Social
around?
Development.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Narinig niyo pa ako?
Sige, you go on. Thank you.
So, we had this joint statement wherein we strengthened the gender-based violence response mechanism in all levels of government and public vigilance in reporting any form of abuse. So it is a united call for LGU to maintain the gender-based violence referral mechanism like helpdesk, PNP Women's Desk, LGBTQIA+, helpdesk and women and child protection units for efficient response. So nagsama-sama po ang ating mga ahensya ng gobyerno para po yung ating barangay helpdesk officers must be considered because they're essential. This is what we call an essential workers, so they can respond to VAW cases despite the quarantine measures. So the PCW, through the Interagency Council on Violence Against Women and Children Secretariat, assisted callers from the public and provided guided referrals to public and private service providers and facilitated the rescue of VAW victim survivor. So bukas po ang linya ng AYACBAO, si Secretariat, at maging ang ating mga social media accounts para sa mga inquiries patungkol po sa BAO. Ayun.
Right. Do you have help desk on this one, Ma'am Sandy, where people can directly get in touch if there are violence, encountered in households or in communities?
Yes, we have meron po tayong mga hotlines together with the Police Investigation Assistance, PNP Hotline 117, the Legal Assistance or the Public Attorney's Office or the PAO desk. Okay, and then the referral service or the Interagency Council on Violence Against Women and their Children. So, ipopost po natin yan. Makikita nyo rin po yan sa sa website ng PCW, na sa Facebook page ng ng PCW. Makikita nyo po lahat yan. So, there's no way para sabihin natin na natatakot or walang way. We have opened all the the chances of our victims to really reach out, so we could refer you sa dapat pong ahensya makakatulong sa inyo.
Miss Sandy, that is very good, comforting to know. But yung tanong ko po is, paano na po yung mga taong nasa laylayan ng ating lipunan? Lalo na po yung mga taong nasa remote areas wherein they have no access to internet connections, or kasi nga, it's a reality here in the province. There are still some areas wherein there is no electricity and how much more internet. So, may I ask, what are your plans regarding those remote areas na nasa laylayan ng ating lipunan para po naman sila, yung mga victims, usually, I bet there are so many, but they're not just speaking it up. Kasi nga, iba naman yung parang nasa remote areas, the stigma of the society that you're moving in, napakalaki. So, how are we going to extend that kind of help that are readily available in the urban scenario?
Opo. So, the good news is we have the Barangay BAO desk, okay, Barangay Violence Against Women and Children, which is connected mismo po sa ating Department of Interior and Local Government. So, kayo po halimbawa ay nasa isang community sa barangay, makipag-ugnayan po kayo directly sa ating barangay. Di ba may barangay hall tayo doon, may Barangay BAO desk po doon. So, yung pong mga problema po natin, kasi di ba imbes na dumirekta ka sa PCW, kaya yung mga walang internet, walang way of communicating directly with us, okay, we encourage you, please maximize the Barangay BAO desk, because yun pong ating mga yung ating mga komunidad, yung ating mga opisyal po dyan sa barangay was trained on how to to handle this this violence against women and children or the gender-based violence. At the same time, the good news of that is you belong in a community, so you know each other, di ba?
Yes.
Parang pag may pumunta ka at nagsumbong ka, alam mo.
I think her audio is
off.
Can you hear us? I think, we got cut for a few of the lines. Hello?
Yes. Yes, okay.
You continue.
Yeah. So yun. So the Barangay BAO desk officials will be very helpful in our problem, because they know from the very beginning who you are, anong purok kayo galing, di ba? Kung ano yung family background ninyo.
Easy
So
to
mas
trace.
mabilis po yung yung coordination.
Right.
So wag ho kayong mag-alala if you don't have the internet connection, if you don't have the cell phone or landline, maybe it's a stone's throw away from your house, your barangay hall.
Yeah.
So we encourage you to go there.
Right.
Doon po kayo makipag-coordinate.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, maybe Ma'am Sandy, if you may have that information, we can flash it also in our website, in our page, so we can help disseminate the information and, of course, enforce if there are perpetrators with regards to domestic violence in our society and within the household. Okay, we have one last question, or maybe later Malu may have other questions for you. The recent, case about Christine Dacera, the flight attendant, we still are not able to verify if she was really raped and murdered. And a lot of people are victim blaming her. while some defended that the rape, if it was really rape, is the fault of the rapist. And some Twitter feeds are as follows: women should be treated with respect and basic human decency. That's from Kaki Pangilinan. The law did not define rape as caused by victim's clothing and condition. That's from Bright Wintie. Every time you blame the victim, you take the side of the rapist. Rape exists because of rapists. That's from Jenelan Mercado. And it's not rape because she was wearing a revealing outfit, from Star Samonte. What's your stand or what's your reaction on this?
Thank you for the question, Ms. Agnes. Depending on any consultative finding, conclusive findings on whether deceased flight attendant, Ms. Christine Dacera, was raped or not, we note a disturbing trend of people blaming the victim for her alleged rape. If we continue to blame victims, we perpetrate a rape culture that shifts the burden on the victim instead of the perpetrator. It is as if not being raped is the victim's responsibility, when in truth and in fact, it is a matter of respect and basic human decency. Again, we would like to point out that there is a rape because there is a rapist. And moreover, victim blaming is not only outdated, but it's also harmful to the psyche of the victim. And it also promotes a macho culture. A multitude of studies, national and international, will show that victim blaming aggravates low help-seeking behavior. Alam niyo po, pag itong victim blaming nangyayari, natatakot po ang mga biktima na kapag humingi sila ng tulong, sila pa ang masisisi. Kumbaga, may isip po nila na hindi nila deserve yung tulong ng kanilang hinihingi. Dahil sa paningin ng mga tao, somehow, kasalanan naman nila yan kung bakit nangyari sa kanila yan, di ba? Parang, nandiyan ka kasi, ganyan ang damit mo Ito kasi yung personality mo, uminom ka kasi, nag-drugs ka kasi, di ba? We would also like to remind the public that cases show that clothes, appearance, location, and other circumstances such as intoxication do not have correlation to a woman's vulnerability to rape. Reminding women to be careful, mga anak, mga dalaga. I have a 10-year-old daughter. That's why reminding you to be careful or to dress in a less provocative way promotes a victim blaming. A person's vulnerability to rape is in now way tied to factors within their control, like clothing, behavior, the company that they join. The reminder should be addressed not only to the men, but to the general public, to observe the rule of law and to respect the integrity and dignity of every person. Kasi minsan hindi lang naman yung babae ang nare-rape, di ba? We know that may mga part tayo ng LGBTQIA group na nangyayari tong na to. So this victim blaming and this case should be addressed to the general public. But again, since the case you've mentioned is still subject to pending investigation, let us avoid trial by publicity and afford them the due process. I feel for what happened because, parang very young, si Christine, 23 years old, halos kaedad na siya ng aking panganay. Kaya I really felt sad and felt sorry for the family, especially for the mother also.
Right. Okay. Thank you. That was well said, and thank you so much for your input. Before, Malu, you have any question before Miss Sandy will give her last few words for our televiewers in the Filipinos world?
Actually, I have no more question. I just would like to extend my appreciation for your endeavor, especially the thing on the disaster preparedness. It really matters, no? It means a lot to save a life, especially for us women who gave birth. So it will be much, much more better and more empowering if we women, the life giver, can also preserve and save lives. So thanks for your initiative in promoting that aspect.
Yes.
Ms. Malu, I just want to share to you mga experience ko na hindi ko makakalimutan. Like, there was a time that we went to this Taal volcano eruption, and then ang dami, halos lahat ng tragedy nandun ako. So tuwing pupunta ako doon sa NDRMC, sasabihin nila, oh, babae, parang ayaw kanilang isakay sa C-130, ayaw kanilang isama sa kanilang team. Kasi parang hindi ka parang liability ka. Sa inyo iihi, sa inyo matutulog, sa inyo hihiga, ganyan-ganyan. So, the first time I was there, so I presented myself and mga 5 kaming mga kababaihan. And then sabi nila, sa next trip na lang kayo hanggang 3rd day na, hindi pa kami na isasakay. So, what I did is, I gathered all my friends who has their ambulances, and from Manila, we went all the way to yung Sahayan, doon sa Leyte, using our ambulances, 10 ambulances. So, we've started from 5 hanggang 10, naging 20. So, imagine the role of women pag na-empower natin sila. And then when we arrived, you can say that when I saw this woman, mag-isa lang siya, kasama niya yung isang anak niya. Then sabi ko, how are you? With a smile on her face, at tears on her eyes, she would say, I'm fine, I'm okay. Alam mo yun, yung resiliency ng kababaihan. Ganon siya katapang. Right. And then, sasabihin mo, oh, how's your family? She lost her husband and the 2 kids. So imagine yung responsibility na naiiwan sa isang kababaihan. So we make the women an asset to the community. That's why I want them to be trained on disaster preparedness. Kasi, di ba, pag nagkaroon ng calamity, ang asawa mo nandun na sa barangay, tumutulong. Ang naiiwan sa bahay yung nanay. So yung nanay, kung naturuan natin ng disaster preparedness, mga first aid, go bags, alam niya kung anong dadalhin niya. Kung si nanay, hindi alam kung anong dadalhin, baka dinala na yung kaldero, yung pinggan, yung plato, tapos pag tinanong, nay, gutom na ako, wala naman siyang dalang pagkain. Kasi nataranta na siya, di ba? So yun, Miss Agnes. Okay. Kaya laging sinasabi, be an asset, not reset or liability.
Okay. Well said. Thank you so much, Miss Sandy Sanchez-Montano. Your last few words just for 1 minute before we will call for a break.
Well, I could say that ang ating kababaihan, all persons have their intrinsic right to safety and dignity. We all must respect and protect these inherent rights against all forms of discrimination and violence. We call upon our kababayans to know that and stand up for their rights. Speak up, and should you or anyone you know experience gender-based violence, narito po ang hotline sa pwede nating tawagan. We continue to adhere for the gender equality and women empowerment. And personally, lagi kong sinasabi na before ang ating idiomatic expression is behind the success of a man is a woman, di ba? Ngayon, Juana says, beside a confident man is an empowered woman.
Very true.
Dapat together, side by side, kasama po tayo sa economic empowerment ng ating pamilya, ng ating komunidad, especially now during the very sabihin natin trial challenging times that we are facing. At for 2021, ang team po ng Philippine Commission on Women sa ating anibersaryo ay Juana, Bida sa gitna ng pandemya.
Okay. Thank you so much, Juana, Bida ng Pamilya. Live from Zambales, the Chairperson of the Philippine Commission on Women, Ms. Sandy Sanchez-Montano. Thank you so much and good afternoon.
Thank you.
Magandang hapon po. Thank you so much, Ms. Agnes, and thank you so much, Ms. Malu. Thank you to the Filipinos World. Maraming salamat po. Happy New Year po sa inyong lahat.
Happy New Year. Thank you so much. We will pause for a break and we will be right back.
Back to Boracay, the peaceful oasis where lasting memories are weaved. As the Philippines slowly reopens with care, the island paradise is now ready to welcome more local travelers. The Better Boracay. Indulge in the new, clean, and safe haven. With strict health and safety protocols in place, you can leave your worries behind. Where only certified establishments operate to let you stay, dine, and play with a peace of mind. Experience hospitality with the utmost consideration and care. Spend quality time relaxing on the world-famous white beaches. Wake up to a better Boracay. Welcome back.
Cause it's you who fills the emptiness in me, changes everything I see when I know I've got you with me. I am invincible, invincible. I am
Welcome back, and you're still watching us live here in the Filipinos World, and we have only a few minutes to say goodbye to our televiewers. And before that, we'd like to thank everybody who watched us here live streaming in Facebook. Miss Cecilia Chavia, Owen Sanchez, Miss Mary Ann Gomez watching from New Zealand, Felix Gallinero watching from Canada, Ethel Aparici watching from Cagayan de Oro, Mr. Mongaride watching also from Manila. Thank you so much. And we would like to thank RPN, DXKO, Teleradio, Pacific Islander Diet USA, AX-OFW, Barangay OFW, ACO OFW, and OFW Veterans Association, Office of Philippine Ambassador to New Zealand, Gary Domingo, OFW Global Coalition and Development, Global Women Club, Manila, Team Humanity, 78 Red Diamond Incorporated. Hi to Mr. Bong Anyo and Mr. Dennis Arca. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, Mr. Martin Dino also. And may pahabol, Ann June, who is also watching from Cainta. Malu, that was really a very good and inspirational topic for today. How did you feel about it?
It's very inspiring, and as women, regardless kahit sa anong bahagi ng society tayo, nasa class A ba, sa middle class, or nasa laylayan ng lipunan, remember, believe in yourself, because we have a very big responsibility. Remember, we are the pillars and backbone of our society.
Well, exactly, and well said for that thing, Malu. And I would like to greet here on live. I mean, you know, I have to express it will be a birthday of my special guest co-host tomorrow, Malu, and she'll be celebrating her 50th year, a golden year. Happy birthday, Malu! And for that, with the Filipinos World, we'd like to extend our wishes for your golden years.
Thank you very much.
Okay, for suggestions, comments, feedback, please get in touch with the Filipinos World at thefilipinosworld@gmail.com. You can follow us in Instagram, Facebook, YouTube channel, and soon with the Spotify. And if you want to become one of our sponsors, you can send us your intent via email, thefilipinosworld@gmail.com. We wish to thank our guest for today, the chairperson of the Philippine Commission on Women, Ms. Sandy Sanchez-Montano, for gracing the episode, which is the women, the pillars and backbones of the society. Next week, January 16, 2021, we will be joined by the ambassador, the Philippine ambassador to New Zealand, Gary Domingo, and Mr. Mal Pio Donia, an international hair and makeup artist, all live from the Filipinos World, and they will be discussing about becoming Filipino, their identity and culture. So please stay tuned with us on that. All right, this has been your Kang Malu. Did you enjoy?
Very much. Thank you for the experience.
Okay, the pleasure is ours, and thank you so much. This has been your TFW Agnes, along with Miss Malu Kainya and TFW Danny, and of course he will be joining with us next week live also here in the Filipinos World. You want to say something, Malu?
Yes, we bring the Filipinos closer to the world and the world closer to the Filipinos, and
the Filipinos closer to
with
one
each
another. Thank you so much for watching, and stay safe, everyone. Have a blessed weekend. Goodbye.
Yes, have a safe weekend. Thank you.
Kayo nga ba ang mga nena na hanap buhay ang pagpuputa? Mga babae, kayo ba'y sadyang pangkama? Ang ating isip ay buksan at lipunay pag-aralan. Paano nahubog inyong isipan at tanggapin kayo'y mga libangan? Mga babae, ito nga ba'y kapalaran? Bakit ba mayroong mga Gabriela, mga Teresa at Tandang Sora na di umasa sa luhat awa? Sila'y nagsipag hawak ng sandata, nakikilaban, ang mitin ay lumaya. Bakit ba mayroong mga Lisa, mga Liliosa at mga Lorena na di natakot magkiba?